Let me share this to my at least.
Is it a new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a new link. I'm gonna send you a new.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Air Force Reserve Officer Training Corps Detachment 002 2025 Commissioning Ceremony. Please rise for the arrival of the official party, the presentation of colors by Detachment 002 honor guard, and the flag of the national anthem. Please be seated. Today marks a defining moment as the culmination of years of dedication, perseverance, and unrelenting pursuit of excellence by 8 outstanding cadets. This achievement, however, did not happen in isolation. It is a result of steadfast leadership, unwavering mentorship, and the highest standards upheld by Detachment 002 cadre. It is with deep respect and gratitude that I now extend special thanks to Lieutenant Colonel Megan Harrison, Detachment 002 Commander, Major Joanne Whitlock, Operations Officer, Captain Michael Sim, Education and Recruiting Officer. Master Sergeant Julius Bailey, NCRIC Personnel. Staff Sergeant Stephanie Cotton, NCRIC Administration Management. Ladies and gentlemen, the commissionees you see before you are the exceptional few. To succeed in Air Force or ROTC, it takes discipline, commitment, resiliency, and a team-focused mindset. Air Force ROTC is structured to develop work ethic and principles that will help students not only succeed in academics, but also prepare them to be exceptional lieutenants and members of the United States Air Force and Space Force. From the very beginning of the program, the core values of integrity, service, and excellence are instilled in everything they do. To be a commissioned officer in the Air or Space Force, students must complete a 3- or 4-year AFRTC program. As progress is made, cadets move from being a general military course cadet in the freshman and sophomore years to the professional officer course in the junior and senior years. Throughout that time, cadets are expected to excel in aerospace studies classes, complete a rigorous physical training program, maintain a high GPA in classes, perform RTC job duties in the cadet wing, complete homework, projects, and presentations with their degrees, and on top of that, income for family. Many of the cadets work 1 or 2 part-time jobs, commute hours to school in RTC. The lifestyle of a cadet is strenuous but manageable, because of the help and support from fellow wingmen, family, loved ones, and friends. The success of our commissionees has not been achieved along their journey. So, to all the moms, dads, siblings, grandparents, friends, husbands, wives, instructors, mentors, and fellow cadets, they express their deepest gratitude for your love and support throughout their journey. Commissionees, please show your support for all those who helped you get here. Today, we will commission 8 new second lieutenants of the United States Air Force: Larissa Castro, Joshua Nathaniel Kristoff, Abel Tongho Kui, Henry Tarrico Emerson, Denise Nadine Ferrer, Jasmine Nicole Iniguez Lopez, Mike B. Nassig, and Max Eugenio. It is now my pleasure to introduce Major Dwayne Whitlock, the Attachment 002's Operations Officer, to share some encouraging words for our soon-to-be commissioned second lieutenants.
Everybody hear me okay? Good afternoon to my fellow cadre, Detachment 2 family, esteemed guests and distinguished visitors, and to all the family and friends in the audience. Thank you for being with us here today. It's an honor to stand before you as we celebrate a significant milestone for the 8 individuals standing in front of you right now, sitting in front of you right now. So today's a little unprecedented. Typically we have senior leaders as keynote speakers. They give grand motivational speeches that kind of help fuel the spark in our commissionees as they go off to active duty. Our speakers who had lined up had to back out due to last-minute emergencies, and our very own detachment commander, Lieutenant Langenschak, is in Alabama, representing us at field training. So unfortunately, you all get to hear from me again. And I don't know if I'll be fueling any actual spark in any of you, but I do have a few words that I want to pass on before we commission. So after 3 academic years here at the detachment, my time at ROTC, as you all know, is coming to an end. And this commissioning class of 2025 holds a very special place in my heart. I taught you all AS 300s. We spent 3 years every Friday during the 300 class, and I definitely feel like you're the ones I truly got to watch grow and develop from cradle to grave, from the beginning to end, throughout my time here. I watched you transition from curious and uncertain GMCs, underclassmen, to capable field training cadets, and then to brand new POCs, upperclassmen, and then into senior class in charge of the whole detachment. And now I get to watch you transition once more into confident and competent second lieutenants ready to take on the whole world. I feel like I've shared in your triumphs, guided you through some tough lessons, both academic and personal, and I cheered on your achievements along the way. I told everyone at the dining out that being a part of this journey with you has been a deeply rewarding experience, and seeing you in the front row now dressed in service coats that we struggled to get to the last minute is gives me a very big pride, gratitude, and hope for the future. And I think I speak for Lieutenant Colonel Harishak and the rest of my cadre when I say that we are all immensely proud of every single one of you. So, to be honest, this time yesterday I had no idea what to say. I didn't know how to put into words what I wanted to talk about today and where to even begin. And I'll be honest, after throwing back a couple of the gin and tonics like I was talking about, the words started flowing, and that's when I started writing about this. So, here we go. So I sat there, probably on my second drink, recalling the last 3 years, our time, our experiences together, my personal observations as you made your way through the program. And it was clear to me that you not only completed ROTC, but you also left an unforgettable mark on the program and those around you and your fellow cadets cadre. So you may not realize it, but all of you exemplify really important, powerful life lessons that I believe reflect both on who all of you are and the leaders who are becoming. So, what exactly are those lessons? Lesson 1, stay resilient and bounce back from adversity. Cadet Castro is a definition of quiet resilience. She started this program with an outstanding GPA from her community college, but like many students who then she quickly realized that transitioning to university life brought new challenges and changes. Her grades admittedly dipped, and with rated selection boards and job matches looming, she found herself facing the pressure of competing for those things and for her dreams with a GPA that didn't really reflect her true potential because of that one semester. So we had some talks about it during that time, and I remember how concerned you were. But instead of letting discouragement take hold, you stayed focused, kept showing up, put in the work, never lost sight of your goal. Through it all, you just kept moving forward, and now your persistence has paid off because she's about to be an Air Force pilot. Castro's experience is a powerful reminder that true strength isn't always loud, it's often quiet, steady, and unshakably determined. Lesson 2, embrace the unexpected with bright-eyed optimism. Cadet Christoph lives behind the camera. He's a talented filmmaker with years of experience and a clear passion for the art. If you're in the detachment, you know that he has made several of our detachment videos. So it's no secret that his top choice for the Air Force was to be a public affairs officer. He had his sights set on that from the very beginning, and there couldn't have been a more perfect job for him based on his skills and experience. I even linked him up with a PA friend of mine so he could learn more about the work. But when job matches actually came through, the Air Force instead selected him to be a logistics readiness officer. So rather than wallowing in disappointment, Cadet Christoph smiled, said, and I remember him going, all right, well, let's do this then, and jumped right in. He asked questions, wanted to learn more about the job, networked with current LROs, and that simple, positive response speaks volumes about his character. Rather than resisting the unexpected, he embraced it with curiosity and a readiness to serve whenever he was needed. That's a true testament to flexibility and the spirit of leadership, especially in a world that rarely goes according to plan. And now he's headed to a great assignment. He's going to be one of the cool kids, like me, as an LRO. So congratulations. Third lesson, lead boldly, not loudly. Cadet Kui embodies the essence of quiet leadership, steady, humble, and deeply, deeply impactful. He's never been the loudest voice in the room. I think we can all admit to that. He's never been the loudest voice in the room, but his presence has always carried so much weight. Through consistent professionalism and calm, thoughtful demeanor, he's earned the respect of fellow peers and cadre alike. What makes him stand out isn't just what he does, it's how he does it. He leads by example, mentors others with patience, sincerity, and never seeks recognition for the positive influence that he has on those around him. He's the perfect example of one of my favorite quotes, that there's no limit to what you can do if you don't care about who gets the credit. Cadet Kui reminds us that leadership isn't always about commanding attention or being the loudest person in any given situation. Sometimes it's about being the quiet force that others trust and look up to. And that's kind of a superpower that this crazy world can use right now. Fourth lesson, you kind of know what's going down the road, right? So fourth lesson, find your confidence. Cadet Emerson's journey has been one of the most striking transformations I've witnessed. When I first crossed paths with him in ROTC, he was quiet, reserved, often unsure of himself. He tended to hang back, kind of hesitant to speak up and take the lead. At my first feedback session with you during your 200 year, I mentioned that I wasn't sure if I've ever actually heard you talk. I didn't have much to say. It was kind of the same during field training, but over time something changed, maybe through your own persistence, self-reflection, or simply just from a growing belief in your own abilities. But he came back from field training and really began to step forward as a POC, first in small ways, then with more conviction. And in his final year, this past year, his senior year, not only had he found his voice, but he was our very last, or previous detachment's very own wing commander, which is the highest position you could be at the detachment as a cadet. So that's a role that he served with absolute pride and confidence. So that's quite the transformation. Watching him grow into that role is a reminder that confidence is not always something you're necessarily born with, but something you find and build on step by step until one day you realize you're exactly where you're meant to be. Fifth lesson, always be yourself and stay authentic. So one of my favorite stories about Cadet Ferrer actually comes from our previous detachment commander, Lieutenant Colonel John O'Meara. So I remember him telling me one day that he was just sitting in the office by himself when this girl walks in, completely and unapologetically herself, and says, "Hey dude, so like, what does this RTC thing about? Tell me about this thing." And thus began Cadet Ferrer's journey as a cadet. Cadet Ferrer has always stood out for being unapologetically herself, bringing humor, honesty, heart, and authenticity. Over time, she learned how to channel that same authenticity into a more professional and effective leadership style, without losing the core of who she is deep inside. She's found that balance, speaking truth with respect, holding her ground with grace, bringing her full self into every situation, while taking other female cadets under her mentorship. Her growth has been inspiring to watch, and she reminds us that leadership doesn't mean changing who you are. It simply means learning how to use your voice in a way that brings others with you. So people follow those who are real, and Cadet Ferrer has shown us that in every interaction. In a world that often pressures us to conform, the strength to be ourselves is a valuable asset. Sixth lesson, stay focused and committed. Cadet Negas Lopez is a shining example of unwavering commitment to your goals. As a prior enlisted technical sergeant with outstanding evaluations and a pretty promising career already underway, she could have easily continued to excel on the enlisted side of the military, but she had a clear vision. She wanted to lead as an officer, and even if that meant stepping away from a career, a certain path that was already underway, and starting over from the bottom. Cadet Negas Lopez commuted long hours from San Diego to CSUSB to meet RTC requirements, because her spouse was a cadre at SDSU, which would have been much easier, but with the conflict of interest, she chose to commute these hours, long hours, to come here instead. That's quite the sacrifice in SoCal traffic, as you know. Yet, despite the challenges, not to mention, a little older than some of her peers in the program, she seamlessly juggled still serving as a reservist, school, spouse, family, and she never used her experience as an excuse, but only as fuel to push herself further. And it's paid off in dividends. She graduated with a perfect 4.0 GPA.
That's my
And is about to embark on a new career as you'll see as an aerospace physiologist. Her discipline, drive, and humility are a testament to what it looks like when you refuse to settle and stay fully committed to the path that you have chosen. Seventh lesson, be proactive and be a problem solver. From the start, Cadet Nassib exemplifies what it means to be a proactive and solutions-oriented person. He actively pursued growth, whether it was seeking out unofficial feedback from me and other cadre to get better, or coming to talk to me for financial advice so you get a jump start in preparing for life after commissioning. He consistently demonstrated a desire to improve and plan ahead. But he didn't just accept circumstances either. He looked for ways to better them by sometimes approaching us cadre with well thought out proposals or suggestions. Cadet Nassib also lives in San Diego, so it's a pretty long commute to CSUSB here multiple times a week while still going to school and working. Rather than letting things fall apart when time management became difficult, he proposed a course of action that allowed him to complete physical training requirements with San Diego State University's detachment. But before he even proposed it to me, he had already talked to their cadre on his own, got their workout schedules, created a tracking spreadsheet, coordinated weekly training days, and came up with a method to get it reported to me. He basically came to me, handed me a finished solution, how to get everything done, and all I had to do was agree to it, which was pretty easy because he basically answered all the questions I could possibly have had. So that mindset of initiative and problem solving is going to serve him well in uniform and beyond. It's a reminder that great leaders don't just wait for direction, they create opportunity and are part of the solution. Last but not least, never stop growing and developing. Watching Cadet Young over these past few years has been like watching a stubborn seed take root and flourish. So in the first half of his second year here at RTC, I had to conduct a feedback session with him. He had two left feet while marching. He missed belt loops with putting his belt on. He was dangling out of his belt loop. You know, I remember thinking, what is up with this kid? And then at the feedback session, that same feedback session, he even told me he's just trying to survive. So then, if you recall, you were this close to not going to field training. But man, since field training, with each semester, there's been unbelievable growth in you. Maturity, leadership, discipline. I have another side story that I recall. So when your brother Jake was commissioned here 2 years ago, and I was talking to your mom during his commissioning, and she said, Mama Young, I was about to call you out here, but your mom said, Max is kind of chubby, huh? And I was like, oh my God. But fast forward to now, Cadet Young has been one of our most reliable go-to cadets and ran his most recent mile and a half in 9 minutes and 47 seconds, which is pretty. So he's gone from just meeting expectations to completely crushing them. I know I've joked with you a lot about your before and after photos, and we have kind of this inside joke, but your journey is a testament to what dedication and self-awareness can produce over time. All right, so there you have it, 8 separate life lessons taken from 8 solid individuals and my observations of them from the past 3 years. To each of you, thank you. You have challenged, inspired, and reminded me why I chose to serve in this role. The future needs leaders like you, resilient, adaptable, steady, confident, real, committed, proactive, and ready to grow. To everyone here, take a close look at the faces of these soon-to-be second lieutenants, or the back of their heads right now, but take a close look at their faces. This group of 8 commissionees is a powerful reflection of the strength found in diversity. With no 2 backgrounds exactly alike, we've got 4 Hispanic Americans, 4 Asian Americans, 1 Egyptian American, 3 women among them. They represent a wide spectrum of cultures, experiences, and perspectives. Yet from day one, they stood out, and what stood out most wasn't their differences, but how they came together as a team. They supported one another, learned from each other, and in doing so, they reminded us that diversity isn't just some old buzzword to now ignore. It's a foundation for stronger and more adaptable leadership. Their unity shows that when people from all walks of life come together with a shared mission, they don't just serve, they inspire. And as a female immigrant from the Philippines myself, I know I am inspired by the faces that I see in front of me. So in a matter of minutes, you will all transition from cadets to second lieutenants. And if you take nothing away from what I just said today, just know this: you are sitting in those seats right now because you're all of you, you're all ready for what's next. I would be immensely proud to have any of you on my team, especially the 3 logistics officers. But it's a bit symbolic for me that I'm also departing ROTC at the same time as you. But I very much look forward to serving with all of you as fellow airmen together in our world's greatest Air Force. So let's get you all commissioned.
Thank you, ma'am, for all the time and effort you've committed to these cadets. Before we continue with our event, our public affairs team has put together a few videos commemorating the commissioning class, as well as a recap video for the past year.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and especially to the United States Air Force Detachment 002 Commissioning Class of 2025. Hello from field training at Maxwell Air Force Base in Montgomery, Alabama. I wish I was able to be there today to help celebrate with you on this exciting day. It has been an absolute honor to be your Detachment 002 commander and even more, your instructor over the past year, allowing me to be the one who has watched each of you grow into the leaders you are becoming. Today marks the culmination of intense effort, sacrifice, discipline, and above all, character. And I can say with full confidence, the future of the United States Air Force is in very capable hands. Since our first class in August of last year, I've had the privilege to witness your perseverance through challenges, your commitment to excellence, and your willingness to push yourselves and each other forward. I've seen quiet strength, loud courage, and above all, the kind of integrity that defines great officers. Commissioning isn't just a ceremony, it's a promise to lead with honor, to serve with courage, and to hold yourself to a standard that inspires others to follow. And while today is a day to celebrate, it's also the beginning of a journey that's going to test you, shape you, and ultimately reveal your finest qualities. So to the Detachment 002 Commissioning Class of 2025, congratulations. Wear those gold bars with pride. Carry your values with humility. And remember that leadership isn't about the rank you wear, it's about the people that you serve. It's been my greatest privilege to be a part of your journey. Aim high, fly, fight, and win. Congratulations to the newest United States Air Force's second lieutenants.
Seems someone I can look up to. Thank you for being encouraging.
Thank you for being our mentors.
Thank you for being ambitious. Thank you for being exemplary. Thank you for being empathetic.
Thank you so much for being motivated.
Thank you for being leaders.
Thank you for being role models. Thank you for being honest.
Thank you for your dedication to the detachment.
Thank you for your wisdom.
Thank you for your devotion.
Thank you for your perspective.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support.
Thanks so much. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you for showing me each and every week what it means to be a leader. Thank you for supporting me time and time. Thanks to my big bosses.
Thank you to our amazing public affairs team for the videos recapping the commission's last year here, Attachment 002. And thank you to Lieutenant Colonel Ironside for her words. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, you will witness the transition of these fine men and women from cadets to commissioned Air Force officers. Part of that transition requires taking the oath of office. This oath is a common bond that unites all officers, and is the same oath that every officer has taken since our country was established over 240 years ago. Those who successfully complete their training in Air Force or ROTC are appointed by the President as second lieutenants in the United States Air Force or Space Force. The ultimate source of this appointment comes from the authority of the Constitution. Those who take the oath of office swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. They take the oath to pledge allegiance to the Constitution because they want to, not because they are forced to. It is an allegiance to the principles and values of this great nation. It is not an allegiance to any one person. By taking this oath, they promise to perform their duties to the best of their abilities in service of their country. Today, we are honored to commission these dedicated men and women to the world's most respected and powerful Air Force. While the oath is the most important custom you will witness today, it certainly isn't the only one. After taking their oaths, newly commissioned officers will render a silver dollar salute, originated from British regiments stationed in colonial America. Newly commissioned British officers were assigned an enlisted soldier to train them, teach them the regiment's history and traditions, and ensure that their equipment met appropriate standards. Graduate lieutenants often show their heartfelt gratitude by informally compensating the enlisted man with a small sum of money. This tradition was not only adopted by American units, but was formally incorporated into the U.S. military. Authorized by Congress on April 2nd, 1792, the silver dollar tradition is the only coin given in exchange for the first salute. The coin represents more than $1 in its currency. To every new officer, it has a special significance. It represents a symbolic receipt of respect due to an newly earned rank and position. It signifies a deep sense of gratitude for the knowledge enlisted personnel have passed on them during their training. It is an acknowledgement from one professional saying, "Welcome to our service with the Preposition of Arms." Friends and family, feel free to come forward and take pictures with your commissioning. Without further ado, first commissioning, we Cadet Larissa Castro. Who admits to Cadet Castro, I Major Joanne Whitlock. Lieutenant Castro will now be pinned up by her mother, Elizabeth Castro, father, Xavier Castro, and sister, Bianca Castro. Lieutenant Castro has graduated from the University of California, Irvine with a bachelor's degree in political science. She will report to her first assignment at Advanced Air Force Base, Oklahoma, to attend undergraduate pilot training. The oath of office will be administered to Cadet Kristoff by Colonel Michael Kristoff.
All right, everybody. There's no greater honor for an officer to be able to enlist or commission somebody. The man who stands before you is my son. He started his military journey 4 years ago on a small patch of land in Willard, Missouri, where his grandparents, and they're starting there, and I was able to enlist him in the Air Force at that time. And this guy is a force to be reckoned with, and I will tell you, for all you people sitting in the front row, I feel better about the United States Air Force. And today I get to do something I've never been able to do as an officer, and as actually commission somebody in my 33 years being an officer. So we're about to do that. I state your full name.
I, Joshua Nathaniel Christoph Hernandez,
Have been appointed a Second Lieutenant of the United States Air Force.
have been appointed as Second Lieutenant of the United States Air Force.
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith
That I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same.
and allegiance to the same.
That I will take this obligation freely
That I will take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion.
or purpose or evasion.
And that I will well
And that I will well
and faithfully discharge
and faithfully discharge
the duties of office
the duties of the office
upon which I'm about to enter.
which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Kristoff will be pinned up by his fiancee, Brianna Perez, father, Michael Kristoff, and mother, Anna Kristoff.
Lock in.
Lieutenant Kristoff has graduated from Azusa Pacific University with a bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary studies. He will report to his first assignment at Joint Base Elmendorf, Bridgeton, Alaska, as a United States Logistics Readiness Officer. Salute, Air First Class Caleb Kristoff, United States Air Force. Our next commissionee will be Cadet Abel Tong Hu Kui. The oath of office will be administered to Cadet Kui by Major Joanne Whitlock.
I,
Lieutenant Kui will now be pinned on by his mother, Rowan Kui, and father, Yi Kui. Lieutenant Kui has graduated from California State Polytechnic University of Pomona with a bachelor's degree in business management. He will report to his first assignment at Laughlin Air Force Base, Texas, to attend undergraduate pilot training. Lieutenant Kui will receive the Silver Dollar Salute from Master Sergeant Julius Bailey, United States Air Force. Our next commissionee will be Henry Tarico Emerson. The oath of office will be administered to Cadet Emerson by Major Joanne Whitlock.
I, Henry Emerson, having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force, solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Lieutenant Emerson will now be pinned up by his mother, Catherine Bullwine, father, Edwin Emerson, and girlfriend, Michaela Garcia. Lieutenant Emerson has graduated from California State University, San Bernardino, with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. He will report to his first assignment at Vandenberg Space Force Base, California, to attend nuclear and missile operations officer training. Lieutenant Emerson will receive the Silver Dollar Salute from Master Sergeant Julius Bailey, United States Air Force. The next commissionee will be Cadet Nadine Ferrer. Lieutenant Ferrer, now be pinned by Father Dan Ferrer, Mother Nida Ferrer, and Sister Diane Ferrer Boyd. Lieutenant Ferrer has graduated from California State Polytechnic University, Pomona, with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology. She will report to her first assignment at Davis Mountain Air Force Base, Arizona, as a United States Logistics Readiness Officer.
I love it, Denise!
Lieutenant Ferrer will receive the Silver Dog Salute from Master Sergeant Kenneth Boyd, United States Air Force. Our next commissionee will be Jasmine Nicole Nunez Lopez. The oath of office will be administered to Lieutenant Nunez Lopez by Major Joanne Whitlock. Lieutenant Nunez Lopez will be pinned up by her spouse, Estrella Rodriguez, Mother Julissa Iniguez, and Sister Jilly Casiano. Lieutenant Inez Lopez has graduated from California Baptist University with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology. She will report to her first assignment at Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland Air Force Base, Texas. Aerospace physiologist. Lieutenant Inez Lopez will receive the Silver Dollar Salute, Tech Sergeant Estrada Rodriguez, United States Air Force. Our next commissionee will be Cadet Mike B. Nassif. Cadet Nassif by Major John Whitlock.
I, Mike B. Nassif, having been appointed as Second Lieutenant of the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. That I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Lieutenant Nassif will be pinned on by Father Anthony Adams, Mother Irene Adams, and Brother Myron Salim. Lieutenant Nassif has graduated from California State Polytechnic University, Pomona, with a bachelor's degree in business management. He will report to his first assignment at Advanced Air Force Base, Oklahoma, to attend undergraduate pilot training.
Oh, yeah!
Lieutenant Young, now be pinned up by his mother, Mimi Young, father Chris Young, and brother Jake Young. Lieutenant Young has graduated from California State Polytechnic University, Pomona with a bachelor's degree in business. He will report to his first assignment at Travis Air Force Base, California, as a United States Logistics Readiness Officer. United States Air Force. Newly commissioned lieutenants, please come up on stage and face the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our newly commissioned officers in the United States Air Force. Within the Air Force, there are individuals who exemplify professionalism and exceed the standards of every aspect of training and performance throughout their careers. Though, this is only the beginning with these 8 newly commissioned lieutenants. There is one lieutenant who has exemplified professionalism and exceeded the standard on ROTC. And the Air Force recognizes these individuals as distinguished graduates. Major Bullock will now present to you Distinguished Graduate for Detachment 002.
So this is the one that everybody cares about the most, right? So every commissioning class, we do award a distinguished graduate to one cadet who exemplifies all the characteristics, personalities, and traits that we see stand out among his peers, our peers. So this cadet exemplified not only academics, but also performance within the program, leadership, and just overall whole concept. So, without further ado, class of 2025 distinguished graduate, now second lieutenant, Joshua Kristoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to the singing of the Air Force song, followed by the departure of the official party. This concludes the Air Force RFC Detachment 002 2025 commissioning ceremony. Thank you all for coming and supporting the newest lieutenants in the Air Force as they are ready to tackle any challenge. Please congratulate our newest officers and join us for refreshments. Thank you.
With airdrop, it's like boom. They give you a lot of He sat down. Yes, he has to be. He's here because of you too. It's a pretty big deal. You've been there. Everybody else is kind of coming down. The fact that he told you about it scares him because you don't see. You don't like everybody. You don't like everybody. Like you want to have a party. You know? Do you want to? But he didn't even do commencement.
Yeah, you want a photo?